Ever walked past someone on the street and made a snap judgment? It's a human thing to do. But today's story from the Bible shows us just how wrong those judgments can be. It's a powerful tale about a man born blind, and it's found in the Gospel of John, chapter 9. Picture this. Jesus and his disciples are walking along when they see a man who has been blind since birth. The disciples immediately ask, "Rabbi, who sinned, this man or his parents, that he was born blind?" It's a heavy question, right? They assumed his blindness was a punishment. But Jesus turns their whole worldview upside down. He says, "It was not that this man sinned or his parents, but that the works of God might be displayed in him." Then Jesus does something really unusual. He spits on the ground, makes mud with the saliva, and spreads it on the blind man's eyes. He tells him, "Go, wash in the pool of Siloam." The man obeys. He goes, he washes, and for the first time in his life, he can see. Can you even imagine that moment? The world exploding into color and light. It's a miracle. His neighbors and everyone who knew him were stunned. They kept asking, "Isn't this the man who used to sit and beg?" Some said it was him. Others said he just looked like him. But the man himself settled it. He said, "I am the man." They were desperate to know how it happened. He explained, "The man called Jesus made mud and anointed my eyes and said to me, 'Go to Siloam and wash.' So I went and washed and received my sight." This is where the story takes a turn. They bring him to the Pharisees, the religious leaders of the day. Now you'd think they'd be celebrating this incredible miracle. But they weren't. Why? Because Jesus had healed him on the Sabbath, and their strict rules said you couldn't work on the Sabbath. And they considered making mud to be work. They were more focused on their rules than on the man's miraculous healing. They started interrogating him. "What do you say about him, since he has opened your eyes?" The man's answer was simple and direct. "He is a prophet." But the Pharisees refused to believe he had been blind at all. They even called in his parents. The parents were scared. They confirmed, "We know that this is our son, and that he was born blind. But how he now sees, we do not know, nor do we know who opened his eyes. Ask him. He is of age. He will speak for himself." They were afraid of being thrown out of the synagogue for acknowledging Jesus. So the Pharisees called the man back a second time. They tried to pressure him, saying, "Give glory to God. We know that this man is a sinner." But the man's response is one of the most brilliant moments in the Bible. He says, "Whether he is a sinner, I do not know. One thing I do know, that though I was blind, now I see." He cuts right through all their religious arguments with his personal, undeniable experience. He then turns the tables on them, asking, "Why, this is an amazing thing. You do not know where he comes from, and yet he opened my eyes. If this man were not from God, he could do nothing." He, the man who was physically blind, could see the truth about Jesus more clearly than the spiritually blind Pharisees. Outraged, they threw him out, but the story doesn't end there. Jesus finds him and asks, "Do you believe in the Son of Man?" The man replies, "And who is he, sir, that I may believe in him?" Jesus tells him, "You have seen him, and it is he who is speaking to you." And the man says, "Lord, I believe," and he worshipped him. This story shows us the difference between seeing with our eyes and seeing with our hearts. The Pharisees had perfect vision, but they were blind to the truth standing right in front of them. The blind man, once in total darkness, saw the light of the world. It reminds us to look beyond our own rules and prejudices and to be open to the amazing things God can do. Thanks for joining me for this story today. If it touched your heart, please give this video a like. and hit that subscribe button for more content that explores faith and life. See you next time.